All right, number 9, we're asked to describe the end behavior of this function. So the end behavior is the limit as x approaches infinity and the limit as x approaches negative infinity. This is the right end behavior, this is the left end behavior. So in other words, as x gets really big on the positive side, what happens to the function? And as x gets really negative, what happens to the function? All right, so one way that we can test this is by plugging in really, really big numbers for x. And notice that if we plug in some really big numbers here for x, let's say 1 trillion, we're going to plug in 1 trillion. Notice that 1 and 2 are really insignificant at that point. That 4 times 1 trillion and then adding 1, that adding 1 is very insignificant. So, so as x gets really big, we can just forget about that 1 and that 2. And so notice what we're left with here. We're left with negative 4 x divided by x. And so negative 4x divided by x is just going to be negative 4. All right, and then what happens as we go really negative? Well, the same thing's going to happen. These are going to be insignificant. We're going to be putting a negative value in there for x, which is going to make this all positive on the top. And we're going to be putting a negative value down here. So now instead of a positive or a negative divided by a positive, we have a positive divided by a negative, which gives us the same thing, negative 4. So as x gets really big, as x goes toward infinity, f of x goes toward negative 4, and as x goes toward negative infinity, again, the function gets closer and closer to negative 4.